I can't believe he found dinosaur bones.
Yeah, well, his name is Rex. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for dropping in to Gravity Throttle Racing, and I am Aaron Tate.
Hey, this is Richard Gere. And folks, if you notice behind us, Rex from Raptor Racing discovered dinosaur bones out here in the sand dunes. Right in the pickup, you're looking at a...
Rhinoceros!
No! This is not a rhinoceros. It's a Triceratops from the late Cretaceous period. Now, race fans, take a look here at the next 13 entries. It is day 4 of the time trials here.
Hey, look, Richard, that's Gravedigger.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Actually, race fans, there's a lot of cool entries this time. And look, we've got a Bone Shaker coming up. There are 2 in this tournament. So sit back and enjoy all of the cars as they race down, or go find your favorite using the description in the YouTube video.
First up, we have Uncle Ray from Uncle Ray's Racing in South Dakota. And it's good to know he's a first responder.
Well, okay, he's a first responder for the Baja tournaments. Anyway, he is driving a really cool vintage rescue vehicle, and there he goes. It was his second attempt down the track that he got the fastest time, and he was able to finish all 3 times, so that is good to see. And he's cruising along nicely over the dunes. Here he comes around the pretzel turn, and oh wow, he pops it up, but again, this is his fastest time, and look at how he just nails it right down the half pipe, lands it on his wheels. Uncle Ray's going to end up with a 19.3231.
From Canada, Sylvie with Cold Wheels Racing is driving this Tacoma.
That's right, and Cold Wheels Racing is new to our track, and Sylvie did a great job. She finished all 3 times down the track, and the 3rd run was her fastest run. This Toyota Tacoma is looking good, as it very smooth. Now coming over the dunes, and again continues to be smooth as butter. And now look at that, nicely done, picking up a lot of speed. That is fun to see. Wow, over the jump and on the wheels. That's some excellent driving. Sylvie comes in. Her time is an 18.1893.
Race fans, we have another new driver, Purple Malice, and he comes from Kitterman Speed Shop in Kansas.
Yeah, I really like that Matchbox Ridge Raider. This is the only Ridge Raider in the competition. The good news is that Purple Malice finished all 3 races. And now the unfortunate news was he had quite an interesting battle with the pretzel turn. So again, you're going to see really smooth work over the dunes. And now as he comes around the pretzel turn, he just swaps ends. He did this on every run. He's now driving backwards. In the rearview mirror, Purple Malice comes flying over, lands on his wheels, and his finish time, whoa, is a 19.1318. That's a great job.
Kaboom! He is driving that Gravedigger Sandblaster, and he comes from Kansas.
Kansas? Another one from Kansas?
They must like coming out here to the sand dunes.
Yeah, Kaboom comes from a small town in Kansas with a giant Gravedigger truck. And this Gravedigger was on the edge, I'll tell you that much. Right ahead of the camera. He's very fast, but he did DNF the first 2 times. Look at him cruise along. This is his 3rd run. And race fans, just hold on to your seatbelt, because otherwise it's going to fly off. And through the midsection of the course, he was just moving over the sand dunes. And look at this time. He broke 17 seconds with a 16.7672.
Now from the Lone Star State is Lone Star with Live Young Diecast. And this is the only dune buggy in this competition.
Race fans, if you love diecast racing, you've got to go check out Live Young Diecast and the Deep Eddy Raceway. Here goes Mr. Lone Star down the track, and the dune buggy, I'll tell you what, it was scooting along. Take a look at this. He did DNF the 2nd run, but the 1st run was in the 17s, and this is the 3rd run. And watch this thing just catapult through, over the jump, on his wheels, back into the tree. And Lone Star broke 17 seconds with a 16.8108. Great job.
The winner of the 2023 Electric Vehicle Championship is the Crazy Canuck. And now he's driving this Chrysler Pacifica.
Yeah, and race fans, I'm going to just throw this out again. Here's another great racing channel. White Knuckle Motoring Speed Shop is the vehicle customization place for 905 Diecast. And right now they are in the middle of the Freezy 500. Now this Chrysler Pacifica is doing well. And let me take a minute here and just look as you watch him go. Wow, what a hop. That does slow him down. His fastest run was the 3rd one, and here he comes. On his wheels, it's great to see that happen again. It was an 18.3250.
Introducing Wild Willie G from Polk County Diecast Racing in Arkansas.
That is one fantastic paint job. Race fans, just take a look at that gorgeous gloss red. And this is a Baja truck. Now, Wild Willie, he did manage to finish all 3 runs. And that's good. That's good news. Here was the 3rd run, which was his fastest. And so far, he does look smooth. Maybe not ultra fast, but I love the control. Look at that. Nicely done. And comes through over the hill. Landing on his wheels after a fun barrel roll. 18.7310.
And now we have Iceman driving that Baja Cosmic Coupe. And Iceman is from Arkansas as well.
Okay, we're gonna get quite a few competitors from Arkansas. That's fine with me. And now Iceman, I love that coupe. I've never seen it before. It rides low, but high enough to make it over the dunes, as you'll see right there. And let's see, he DNF'd his last run, but it was his 2nd run that we're watching now. And there he goes around the pretzel turn. Bumped the guardrail, but he manages to, oh, look at that, center it right over the jump. Great job, and over the tracks and hit the tree. Iceman gets a 19.8364.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Mr. Dark from Dubious Diecast, and that is one fantastic looking bone shaker.
It sure is. Mr. Dubious Diecast, Mr. Dark, is no stranger to our tracks. He has been on Chavano Mountain several times, and 66 grams, he put a lot of weight in there. Good job for him, and he finished all 3 times, ladies and gentlemen. Take a look at how smooth he is. This is his 1st run, and all 3 times were pretty quick. This was really quick, as he motors right on. Look at that. Nice little ride, and almost on his wheels. Looks like he hit the side of the jump, but he broke 18 seconds with a 17.9075.
And now, the driver who is probably the closest to the Great Sand Dunes, we have Sungod.
Yes, indeed, from Colorado Springs. Sungod, that's not too far of a drive for him, and I love that paint job that he has put on his metal machine. Sungod finished all 3 races. Boy, that's another driver. Well done. And this one is run number 2, as he makes his way now over the dunes, and he looks very methodical. Yeah, he rides that pretzel turn quite nice. And now, centering it down. Oh, but he slips and lands in the coal car with a 20.4390.
Sweet Caroline from Milestone Diecast is driving this 1966 Chevrolet Corvair from Kansas.
Kansas? Another one from Kansas? Like, how many drivers do we have from Kansas in this tournament?
1, 2, 3, 12.
12? Well, don't they have, like, cows to milk or something?
Hey, Richard, that's kind of rude.
I know. I'm just having fun here. And speaking of fun, this is Sweet Caroline, and watch this jump. Right there. Woo! And all 3. She finished all 3 runs. This was the fastest, landing on her wheels and sliding to a stop at the tree. Sweet Caroline got a 16.7813.
You've heard of Iron Man, and you've heard of Iron Beard. Introducing Iron Hat from Texas.
Yeah, race fans, this has got to be the funnest entry. Thanks to Allen Customs for delivering this Dirty Mutter, a 6-wheel truck. And there he goes. Let's see who's driving this baby. Oh, Iron Hat, of course. Sorry about that. Iron Hat finished all 3 times. That is very good to know. And this is the 3rd run. He started off what appeared to be a bit slow, but look, he is really picking up speed. And those 6 wheels are just cruising him right over the jump, straight into that. That tree is going to fall over. You got to believe it. With a 19.1636.
And the final entry of the day is Big Al from Allen's Customs in Arkansas, driving the Baja Bouncer.
That's right, the Big Cat from EP Videos. He entered his Baja Bouncer. And now we've got a 2nd one. Let's see here as Big Al makes his way now and coming around over the logs and onto the sand. He did finish all 3 times. Now that's the good news. He had trouble here on the pretzel turn, and let's watch and see how he does this time. As he comes in, he spins around, and we're not quite sure why he was consistently having trouble, but he backs through, and there he makes it on his wheels. And it could be the weight distribution, but nevertheless, he comes in with a 21.1052.
Race fans, you've been watching Day 4 of the time trials at the Great Sand Dunes, and there are the first 20. Now remember, the top 48 will move into Group 1, and they will be racing together in the first tournament. After that, the next 32, that would be 49 through 80, will be racing in the Group 2 tournament. Stay tuned the day after tomorrow, and whatever day of the week that is.
That would be a Monday. And we're going to bring to you the next day, Day 5. Let's do the dunes together, race fans.
Are you tracking?